Welcome. I am the teacher. Today I'm going to be talking about the the three patterns of life. Was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 8, 3, 7, 2, 6, 1, 5, 9, 7, 5, 3, 1, 8, 6, 4, 2, 9. I spoke on this before, but today I just want to show you the flow, how the sequence and each significance, how the numbers align, and how it goes from one step to the next step when you are given the keys. Let me put the keys on here right quick. The 3, the 6, and 9. So in here, when you see the three patterns of life, you see the number 3, the number 6, and the number 9 are always maintain their position when they're flowing. So these are the three patterns of life. This is what you all, most of us in the world, are familiar with this one pattern, the pattern of 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is thought. This is the process of thought. When you go to the 4, you can't make anything manifest until you have balance. Nothing is going to go through the universe until it is totally balanced. Where you could be in the physical world, you have to have a sense of balance. So the pattern of 1, you got to know the 1 to properly have a thought. And I'm going to show you the original thought, how the 1 put us all in the motion so all life can experience the 1 and know the 1, because as he experienced life and brought life into the world, that's why we have the likeness and the image of God, because he allowed us to truly understand our essence and how we can come into the world. Very significant. Very significant. So let me kind of get this a little bit better so you can see that. Okay. So, and then here, the last one. So you got the pattern of 1, the pattern of balance, and then the universe. We are universal beings, and I'm going to tie it all up on how it actually flows. And these are the keys. The 3, 6, and 9, that's when you have the keys. You have full understanding. Well, what I mean by full understanding, we can never have what you call the ultimate, but you're able to turn the key and walk in with understanding. This is a process. Our language is perfect. Our language, there is no doubt. Just because we may have difficulty and we may struggle, but life is not a game, so there's no end to it. Once you have life, it's about us learning about creation so we can always create. If you have the potential to create, then you can always be. So that's why when the wise say, when God decrees a matter, he says be, and it is. So everything comes out of nothing. Everything comes from nothing. And the reason why we call the 0 nothing, because nothing is defined. There's always something in nothing, but it's not defined. And the reason that is because it allows the 0, everything that comes out of 0 is new. It's a new equation. So we all new equation because the 0 makes all things new. And change is throughout the universe, and that's why it's constantly creating something new. And everything that comes out new, it still has the potential, and everything that's in the universe is in that 0 or in that cell or is in that beginning. So you can always trace back, and that's why it can always be proven at no limit of time, because creation is always in every motion when you understand the motion correctly. So you see the 0, and I got the 1 and the 0, meaning the 1 came out of 0. And then he went to the right side of the 0, and that's why we are 10 base. So that's why I got the 0, and then the 1 in it, and then I put the 1 here. That's the first 10. That's the first 10. I'll talk about the 3 tens one day as well. All right. So the pronounced 1, that's what the number 1 means. Here in this is the thought. So this is how all the names of the numbers, so this is how the numbers got all of his name. Period. The pronounced 1, because he was the only one. There is no 2. There is nothing. He is the first. It is pronounced. I am 1. And whatever comes after me, it's going to have me in them. So everything going forward, it is the first number that is pronounced. The number 1 is 1. And that's why 1 times 1 equals 1. Because you cannot beget 1. No, you can add to the 1 because he's in us. He's in our heart. So that's the 1. But you cannot, if you multiply any number by 1, it remains itself. Because you cannot beget 1. He's the original 1. He's the only one that can times itself and remain himself. Because he is 1. Period. So the pronounced 1. After the pronounced 1 is in motion, the first number he creates is 2. And since he wants to continue with curation, he created the number 2 because the number 2 has balance. It can eventually become here, and I will get to that in a minute. The whole purpose is that, like, he has all the information. When he goes to the left side, when he goes to the left side of the 0, which is the right side of the 0 when it's facing, we become 10 base. So all of this thought of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is in here. It's in the 0. It's in here. But when we become 10 base, he gives these all a thought of the motion of things. So this is the beginning of the frequency of the motion. The first number he creates is 2, and 2 represents us. So that's the significance of 2 is this. Whatever you multiply a number by itself, and if you continue with that throughout the universe, the pattern of 2 comes out because 2, like 0, if you add it and multiply, you get the same result. So that's the key. The reason why he gives us of our image and our likeness because he wants us to be balanced. But we cannot change where we come from. We cannot change the original creation. So 0 times 0 equals 0. 0 plus 0 equals 0. It's a true beginning. Now, our beginning, and the reason why we have to be whole, so we can begin. So, once again, 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 2 is the only number, like 0, that has a balance. That is coming. 2, we are in the image of God, and he gives us creation. The ability to create. The ability to struggle. The ability to go outside of our nature and create. We can go beyond our instinct. We are unlimited. We are like our God. We are not God, but we are like God. So we can say this, like if you have a son or if you have children, they part you. We are the children of the one. And that's why 2 is the whole number. It's full. We have the 0 and 1. And when we get into the duality, I would explain that. So the number 2 represents us. It's us. It's a family. 1 plus 1 equals 2. All right? 2 plus 1 equals 3. So, in order for us to understand the God, to get the creation, 3 comes into an existence, and that's the key. He creates a cycle of life and brings on the patterns. These 3 patterns all begins here with the number 3, and that's why 3 is here. So he gives you a key to balance, because your result 2 is going to eventually become 4. It's the result of it. Are you listening? It's the result of it. Again, 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So he's given us the key to balance. We have to understand balance. So our original thought has to be balanced. It has to be leveled. Once it's leveled, then it becomes just. So the number 2 is us. That's what the number 2 means. The number 3 means the key. It is the beginning of a cycle. That's what 3 means, the beginning of the cycles of life. Number 4 is balance. Once you are balanced and your scale is level, then the number 5 comes in. That's how you get just. It's just. You want your thoughts to be justified, to have a reason for it. Because you have balance, and you want your thoughts to be smooth, where it is seekers level, where it flows, where you can build on. You don't want to be building on anything lopsided. So justice, you balance, and now your thoughts are just. You thinking in a way that you can build. You understand? You get into supreme mathematics, it's about building. Math is about bringing thought into manifestation. That's why when I say I teach the original thought, supreme mathematics, because I'm showing you the thought process. I'm showing you the patterns of life. This is life-giving teaching. It's your original language. So now you're at the number 5. The number 6 means complete yet incomplete. So now you know exactly what you want to bring into the universe. It is complete, yet it's incomplete, because you haven't introduced it into the universe. It hasn't went out into the universe and bring everything out to get that level. So it's flowing. You know, nothing flows in a straight line. Okay? It's flowing. So you need that rhythm. You need that frequency that's going to bring that harmony. It's like a child being born. The thought is now in the state of being born. Okay, this is a thought. This is what you're thinking. But can it survive through the universe? Can it go through the test of time? Just like modern day scientists say, we have a theory, and they keep it as a theory. Like a theory is a fundamental hypothesis that survives the test of time. So thought moves so fast, time doesn't exist. So when I say the thought, reason why there's no birth record, anything to thought, because time, you can't track thought. It goes too fast. Anything that's going faster than time, going faster than 186,000 miles per second, then time no longer exists. Thought allows you to grow, to see your thought. That's why I always say, if you think it, that's what you are. Just because you didn't do the act, if you thought it, you did it. That's why you have to get into that original thought. If you clean up your thought, you don't have to worry about your actions because your thoughts are pure. So that's why math was created, and that's why it is perfect, because it survived the universal test. It has been. This is a proven process. You're not going to find Satan. If you want to talk about something that is holy, it's mathematics, because it can be proven at no amount of time. You are not in a state of belief and hope. Now you know, because it's proved. It has survived. It is. The truth is. Period. So you get into the number 6, complete yet incomplete. Like, once again, a child is born, they're a baby, but they still have to grow. And then it'd be an adolescence. You still have to grow into either manhood or female or womanhood. So there, the thought has to mature, because it's going to make your thought got to be justice and magnified, where the female can use it and the male can use it. It's an original thought. So it survives the universe. Here it is. So once you get to the universe, you get to the number 8. So the number 7 means universal. So now your thought is throughout the universe. It has survived the universe. So the number 7 means universe, universal. The number 8 is everlasting life. So when it goes through the whole process, it survives the test of time, and the most it remains it's everlasting. Once you get to the everlasting, then it is complete. And once you are complete into the depleted state, which the number 9 means, it's the completed state. So you have used these 3 keys. You use the 3, the 6, and the 9. Once you get to the 9, universe gives you a 0. That means change. Now you have gone into something that has not been defined. But what are you? You are balanced. So now your next pattern of life starts with the number 4. So 483, 726, 159. Now you're going to bring this thought that started into universe into manifestation. So now you are balanced. So now you say, I am balanced. I have everlasting life. I am an original thought. I have survived the test of time. Now, here's the cycle. It gives you the keys now to what? To the universe. The number 7 is the number universe. So now, the 1 gives you the keys to the universe. Now, since you balance, and since you are the balance, you are the result of 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 plus 4. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So now you are balanced. So now you got this manifestation that you want to bring in. You, the manifestation. Now you get to the number 6. What does the 6 mean? It's complete yet incomplete. Okay, now you're coming into the physical form. You're in the baby thing. And now once again, you have to be balanced. When do you become aware again about your physical self? When you are born, you don't know. You don't know when you are born. Your parents are aware, but you don't know when you are born. The first thing that you have to know in order to get all this information, you have to know what? You have to know the 1. You have to know the 1. Religion can bring you into the understanding of the 1. Religions have pillars or rules and laws to condition yourself and discipline yourself so you can understand just, to make things just. And when you flow through that, and when you understand under 1 and you become just in your heart, when your heart is just, you come into a completed state, the universe gives you a 0. So now, you know the 1, you are balanced, and now you are manifest in the universe. The last thing you learned was just. You are a universal being. You understand justice. The 1 gives you a key. A key to what? Now you're coming into full understanding of what? The 1. Now you can say, you born, you become aware here. Yeah, I'm aware now. And then you learn just. You pass that test. Now you get the keys to 1. You begin to be able to speak and know the motion of the mathematics. You know about this process. You're going to learn about this process. And now you're coming into the 1. And as soon as you come into the 1, what do you hit with? You hit with everlasting life. I mean, that's what math is. If I ask you to start counting, when you're going to stop? You understand that? Are you listening to me? You got the key to the 1 now. Instantly, you understand everlasting life. Mathematics, there is no doubt in it. This is the pattern of life. These are the 3 patterns of life. Look at the videos when I first started. All I was showing you was the 3 patterns of life. If you want to get deeper understanding, look at the videos. I put some lessons out there a long time ago. Study. You can spend a lifetime studying the patterns of life. I've been studying this stuff over 40 years. These are the patterns of life. Once you understand that, now what are you? Then you become complete, yet incomplete. Why? Because now I'm a man, or now I'm a female, male or female. I'm coming to the understanding of what? What is a man? What is a woman? The first thing you come back to is that in the original thought, he wanted to make you what? Like him. Like him. A man is a reflection of his God. A woman is a reflection of that womb, the original thought. So we back here. We back here into the original thought. We balance. And guess what's the next number after 2? After 4 is 2. Because now you are whole. And like I said, now you can multiply. You can multiply you can multiply the original thought. And remember, you can't beget the one, but you can beget 2 on. That means now you are able to bring life into the world. Now you can finally have your son. This is the pattern of the Son of Man. This is the age that we're coming into. The coming of the Son of Man. 2. The 2 was at 3. Look at it. 2, 3. Then 2, 6. And then 2, 9. You're at your completed state. The universe gives you a 0. These are the cycles of life. These are the cycles of life. This is how it works. This is it. You see this 13 I got down here? Remember I said I'm going to tell you about problem of 13 because she knows all about you? These are the 3 patterns of life. You can't fully understand problem of 13 if you don't know the 3 patterns of life. For those of you who are familiar with problem of 13, they said the person that can work the problem the neatest. And the reason why it's mentioned the neatest because there's so many moving parts to understand 13. This world don't ever want you to understand 13. The key thing about the elevator, things are put in certain things to kind of give you understanding. When you get in an elevator and you don't see a 13th floor, there's a reason for that. They don't want you to have balance. When Christ was among his disciples, it was 13. They were balanced. When you understand that you have God potential, there is no government, there is no man-made system of governance that's going to satisfy you. And you're going to always find yourself in error. You're going to always find suffering. You're going to always find the 7 deadly sins, the jealousy, because, oh, I want this woman for myself because you don't understand mathematics. And she chooses somebody else, you get jealous. You get envy because you be wishing that you had somebody else's skill and not really paying attention on the skill that is within you. 7 deadly sins are erased when you basically become an understanding that you are a universal being. I'm an equation. I am very content of my understanding of the one. I am not you, you are not me, but you are part me and I'm part you. So if you got great qualities, I'm going to honor that. I'm not going to be jealous of you, nor would I be envy of you. You understand? Because I'm a universal being and I got the one. What is it that I don't have that you don't have? The one is in all of us. Makes us unique, makes us equal. 13 is significant. And you break down 13 as 4. It goes back to the original manifestation, the original pattern. So I just wanted to quickly go through that. I wanted you to see how the patterns work and why 3, 6, and 9 are always in that position. Not only that, 1, 4, and 7, 4, 7, 1, 7, 1, 4, they're in their position. 2, 8, 5, and all that. But they're not always in the same sequence. 3, 6, and 9 is always in the same sequence because those are the keys. But all the 3 patterns of life work in harmony with one another, so in harmony with each other. The processes are all one. And you notice there are 3 patterns because there are 3 keys. And each of these keys serve a purpose in your understanding and in your life. So when you be able to flow through this and break it down, that's when you know how to use the mathematics in its proper term. And no matter what day and age you are coming into this physical world. And again, you heard me, you're going to hear me say this often. Your world has already been thought of. Everything you touch, like this pointer, somebody thought to make this pointer. Somebody thought to make it like this. And that's why it's manifest. This board, somebody thought to make this board. This is the past. This is a past thought. Ain't nothing in here that I'm touching right now that somebody hasn't already thought of. My question to you, has anybody ever broke this down to you? Have you ever seen the 3 patterns of life broken down to you like this? So now you're coming into original thought. You understand? This is original thought. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. It's the first 10. There are actually 3 10s. Once again, the cycles of life. I would explain that one day. If you study the video that I have out there, if you want to know your language, if you want to step out of this worldly way of thinking and have the possibility of getting into mathematics, once again, it's not about becoming holy. Because when you're dealing with stuff of the past and it's already done, it's going to be hard for you to understand that holiness. But if you're going to let something that has already been thought of define you, when your God is a creator, then that's the mistake. We can never be arrogant. You can never think that you know, because there's always a next number. There's always a number to go. There's always a motion to get to. You want everlasting life. You always want to continue the journey. Mathematics gives you the keys to continue. What are you worried about death for? You're just going to continue. You are a universal being. He's given you life. When does life end? You look at physical death, it's already been thought of. This body was prepared for me, right? You heard, like, my favorite story is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. When it is written that he said, hey, I'm going to prepare a place for you. That's original thought. The Son of Man. You're a universal being. You are just. You got the key. You know the God. Your everlasting life. Your thoughts are going to make this fully balanced. You are now fully complete. They can times any number by themselves, and they are going to align to represent now you, and now you can bring your son into the world. Remember, the Son of Man. I'm going to say it again. The Son of Man leads you to all truth. When a true man and a true woman come together, man finally has his offspring, and Satan is gone. Gone. He's nowhere in your language. He's nowhere in the original language. Satan is gone. This is your pattern. Learn these patterns. Learn the 3, the 6, and the 9. Learn how to do visual meditation. Take yourself out of this world and allow the universe to show you the beauty and the gift that was given to you. On that note, 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 equals 1. Thank you for listening.